Okay, it's time for a closer look at the Chicago Federal Building and Post Office. Interesting story, this one. It featured in my post-reset post offices video, but I was poking around for a video on Chicago and found an interesting anomaly. So here it is, a bit of a blurry picture. Let's start with the Wikipedia write-up. And so the story goes, this building was constructed between 1898 and 1905, 7-year period, finished in 1905, I assume, as it looks to be. Was built on the site of a previous post office. This is the previous post office, we're being told. Was only around for less than 30 years. They're saying they tore it down and started to build the federal building and post office that is the subject of this video. So you got a long story about funding the project, and a decent write-up here of the architecture of the building and how over the top everything seemed to be. Talking about the base here, it consisted of a central entry on each facade flanked by 8 bay windows. Bay was separated by Corinthian pilasters with arches over the windows of the second floor. A cornice and balustrade topped the base on all 4 facades. So a very detailed construction architecture here, some serious business. And then they also mention here, after construction was complete, there was still $2 million that they had to put into the interior decoration. So I couldn't find very much on the interior of this building. I have a couple of the exterior. Let's have a look. Back to this one. Not a lot of the exterior either. Actually, let's first find a counter narrative, or what I suspect is an anomaly or a mistake somewhere. I found this old map of Chicago, this very detailed map, very interesting. I'm going to spend some more time looking at this one. But we have a date on here of, here it is, copyright 1898, Boole Brothers, Chicago, Illinois. And it's fun to kind of poke around. And as I was doing so, again 1898, copyright on this, I found this guy right here, which looks to me to be the Chicago Federal Building. 1898. Perfectly intact. Also notice how built out the rest of the city is. 1898 doesn't jive with our Wikipedia write-up. Here's another map of the old rail lines, and again, same location, very blurry, but you can still make out the cross and the dome. 1897, this one from. I have it in pencil here, 1897. Okay, so let's look now at a couple more of the visuals as we try to wrap our heads around the possibility that the historical timeline on this building does not fit. There's the dome up near the top. Very familiar style of architecture. Now here's a couple from the interior. Not a lot, like I said. Remember in the Wikipedia they said there was $2 million left over for this type of detailing, so that's supposed to explain the level of intricacy that we're looking at here. This looking to be the dome, the inside of the dome. Again, looking up from the bottom up to the dome. We have a bit of a sky scene here, which is harder to see in the previous video. Only a couple more. Interior, this courtroom on the 7th floor, I believe. 6th or 7th floor. We have painted walls. Remember the time frame again, early 1900s. Painted walls, very intricate detail work on the arches here, and all around here as well. Okay, one more from the interior, an old postcard, hall and marble stairway, so dealing with some serious finishes. They get that wrought iron look, the capitals on the column, so very old world looking. Nothing new there for us. There's another view, street view, looking straight at it, with the dome in the background. Get a sense of the size of the building here. Height-wise, some doors, elevated columns, and torn down in '65. So this would be a shot of the tragedy that would be tearing down the Chicago Federal Building Post Office. Absolute tragedy, crime in my opinion. Okay, so that's just a quick walk through this situation. Like I said, historical timeline anomaly, Wikipedia not jiving with some old maps. But I just wanted to feature quickly the Chicago Federal Building and Post Office because it is such a grand building with a checkered backstory. Thanks for watching.